Critters 4 is about Charlie accidentally ends up in space with some of the critters. Another ship actually collects his ship and chaos pursues from there. Hey everybody, how you doing out there? And welcome to my continuation of the Critters movies. I got one more individual review after this one, and then we get to the ranking video, which I know a lot of people really like my ranking videos because we stack all these movies together and figure out which one's the best and which ones will be the worst. Just like I said in the other two sequels, if you're curious what I thought about this movie, let alone the whole franchise, go back to the original Critters review, watch like the first 2 minutes or so, and I explain what I thought about all 5 of these movies here. So let's just get ourselves going here. So going with the first, it's really cool that we actually do a different setting where we're actually in space, because the Critters are originally from space. We don't ever fight on their planet, which would have been kind of cool, but we fight them in space in a spaceship here. So we actually change the location from the first 3 being on Earth to this one here, so I do have to give a little credit that, hey, I will take something like this here. When it comes to Charlie, are you ready for this? This is the only good character in this particular movie. Now, I know I'm kind of up and down when it comes to Charlie here, but this one might actually be out of all 4 of these movies, because, spoiler, he's not in Critters Attack. This might be my favorite Charlie overall, because I think he's definitely really funny. Certain dialogue that he says, maybe certain looks that he actually gives people, like dirty looks, just kind of makes me laugh. The way that he actually goes after the critters, no matter if he's shooting with a regular gun, a laser gun, I actually think those are actually pretty cool there. I mean, those weapons, let alone Charlie ended up using it, because he's pretty much the only one that actually kind of understands what these monsters and these creatures actually are here. And then the final has got to be the critters themselves. Definitely, I really enjoy the designs on this one. They seem like that these particular puppets are a little bit, maybe a little taller and a little wider, but I really do like them there, which I think the other ones, where they just felt like they were really like small little hand puppets to a point. So I really did like that they were definitely a lot different. You get the glowing eyes here. They're definitely more silly than creepy or scary, but they have their moments of those two there. But I feel like I'm always more like chuckling at certain things that they're saying through their language, and when you get the subtitles, or maybe the way that they're killing someone might actually be very, very funny there. So I kind of like that there. Now moving on to the dislike. Overall, when it comes to this movie, this is boring, this is dull, there is nothing really good about this particular movie here. When it comes to the characters overall, except Charlie, I did not like any of the characters there. They felt like that they were like cardboard cutouts. I mean, their acting was all bad. You get someone like Brad Dourif, and I don't want to be on this camera telling people Brad Dourif was not that good. Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Dourif was not that good in this movie. Unfortunately, there was really nothing good about him. There's a couple times he actually sounded like Chucky, but I wasn't really impressed with seeing his character and what he actually does in this movie here. You got Angela Bassett, who usually does like a lot of like romantic comedies or dramas, and she is a great actress. I mean, she has impact whenever she does something. And even if I didn't see the movie and I just watched like a trailer that she's in, you could just tell that she is giving 110%. In this movie, she's giving 0% here. You get the captain, who is pretty much 2 things. He's an asshole to everybody on his crew, and he's horny for the only woman that's actually in this movie, Angela Bassett here. But unfortunately, he's a pretty cliche character. You got this one guy who's just looking for the pharmacy section, because they end up being on their ship, and they end up on a different ship there, and he's looking for all these different pills, so I'm guessing he's a pill popper, and because it doesn't look like he's a doctor in any way, in my opinion. Then you got like this young guy who he might have a little bit of good chemistry with Charlie, but overall it feels like anybody from the future doesn't have chemistry with each other one bit. When it comes to the story, nothing really actually happens. Stuff is going in motion other than the little bit of stuff that I said in the likes, but I really don't care anything about this story. It's just, as I mentioned about the movie as overall, it's very boring. There's just nothing good, especially because there's nobody to really latch onto other than Charlie, but anybody else to actually care about and root for. No, that's kind of, I mean, anybody else that may or may not live in this movie here, I'm just like, yeah, I don't really actually care. When it comes to the script, for the most part, the script was horrible if it was dialogue. When it comes to the narrative, again, don't really care what's actually going on the sort of action side. There's not even that much action scenes in this particular movie. I don't think this was directed at all very well here. And I know this was shot back to back with 3, but I don't know if it's the same director or not. But the person who directed 3 I thought was horrible. Whoever directed this one, again, same director or maybe someone different. I did not really give 2 shits about this. Not like the director didn't really give a damn about the characters, so why should I try to even invest my time on this here? I mean, this was so boring. I mean, this movie was actually the longest by like 10 minutes, but it actually felt like it was like over 2 hours long because it just kept dragging ass the entire time. Oh, another character I forgot to mention was Ugg, our bounty hunter from the first 2. He's in it, but he doesn't have a whole lot to do, and he feels like he's actually wasted in this movie here. When it comes to the kills and the deaths, I was very disappointed throughout there. I mean, there was a decent amount of the kills in this one compared to part 3, but I really wasn't impressed with anything that we actually got when it came to that. And without actually really giving it away of who it is, there is a character in here that we have seen in previous entries that kind of does a 180, as people would say, jumping the shark. And I did not like one bit what they did to this character. And it's just like, again, bad script writing, bad storyline, bad story plot for this particular character. And I can't believe that they did what they did there. Critters 4, I'm going to go a half a star out of 4. Have you seen this movie? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Give me a comment down below. I do appreciate you guys checking out this movie here. But before I say goodbye, just real quick, I actually have something special coming out on St. Patrick's Day for the Leprechaun franchise. Now, I already have my ranking video out, but I do actually have another ranking about the franchise there. So definitely on St. Patrick's Day, check that out there. So thank you guys so much for watching this review here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.